So we're out of Cooley Health. We're going to do a performance insight, and this is one I see a lot, and I explain to a lot of the athletes I work with, but it also applies to anybody that has low back pain, or especially when they're working out, seem to either lose torque or they have some pain, especially with the squat or the RDL, or the two main ones we're going to cover. And it's really just talking about spinal position and where that can go. I know we deal with it a lot in the collegiate level and I know I was taught this in high school, I don't know what you guys were taught, but when you're in the bottom of a squat, where are you supposed to look when you come up? I was always told look up. Tilt your head back and look up. And for the longest time, that's what I believed in, because that's what you're supposed to do to get out of the bottom. Well, now getting into this more and reading some more things, we'll give the credit to Kelly Starrett for some of this. Tilting your head back is putting you into a terribly not natural or neutral spine. So when you tip back, for me personally, I start feeling it in my low back, which means I probably have my own things to work on. But you also lose all your power. And he has the greatest example, and this is an eye-opener, and this is why we wanted to get it on film, is to just show this. So what we're going to have Kyle do is we're going to have Kyle stand with his arm out, elbow locked out, fingers wide, as tense as he can be. And we kind of look at this, and this was another one that got brought up. When you look at the best sprinters in the world, when they come out of the blocks, everything is as rigid as it can be, because they're trying to get as much tension through their body to transfer that power and force through the floor, obviously to sprint faster. So what we'll do is we'll have him stand completely neutral spine, head forward. I mean, it's gonna be good. He's gonna get into all his DNS stuff and make it absolutely perfect. We'll test to make sure, and all I'm gonna try and do is to get his elbow to bend. He's a pretty strong guy. I'm a fairly strong guy. We're gonna see if we can get that to go. My guess is I will lose. So, ready?
Sure.
So stay in there. So we're pressing, and it doesn't go anywhere. I was pressing fairly hard?
Yeah.
Okay. So now all we're gonna do is on that same one, when I tell him to, he's gonna start in the same position. When I ask him to, he's just gonna tilt his head back, and we'll watch if he's able to maintain that control. So again, fingers are there. We're pushing, and he loses his ability to hold on to it. So that's the importance of it. The ability to maintain that tension through your whole nervous system, through your spine, to maintain that is huge. So what you always tell people is, depending on where you're working out, what you can look at, I like to look at if I'm facing a wall, where the wall and the floor meet. So my eyes are always at a little bit of a downward angle, which keeps my head in more of a neutral position when I'm dropping into the squat, coming down here instead of coming down and then doing this and trying to come back up. Same thing applies to the RDL. We get a lot of guys that have low back pain when they RDL. Same concept. If you're going down and you're letting your head come up because you want to watch out what's going ahead of you, you're putting all this extra curve into your lower back, into your lumbar spine, and it's going to cause a huge amount of tension. Plus, it's going to load your hamstrings maybe a little bit more than you want to. So again, we just tell them to keep neutral spine, let everything come down together, keep that focus on the floor, keep straight, and a lot of times we can get rid of back pain just like that. So a couple small things, but wanted to get it out there that can make a huge difference. So I hope it helps with your squat.